to get out of here.
No problem. Okay, you are on. Okay. Hello, Frank Pullia here at the Valhalla Inn after the leaders' debate. And with us we have David Canfield, Kenora Mayor and President of Northwestern Ontario Municipal Association. You asked some really good questions today. Your perspective on the answers?
Well, as I said earlier, the proof's in the pudding, and a lot of the answers were good, what we wanted to hear, of course, and not a lot of content, but at the same time, you only got 90 seconds to answer. It's pretty hard to get all the content in you need. I did make some notes, and so I'll put both the leaders on notice right now. I've made some notes of some of their answers, and if they get elected, then we will be holding them to what they said. And I think they both realize, and I hope everybody realizes, that the future of Ontario is in Northern Ontario. There is no doubt about that at all. The sooner Southern Ontario wakes up and understands that, the better off all of Ontario will be. And I think that was stated here today, and the fact that the questions that come from everybody on energy and infrastructure and the things that we need, the social fabric of Northern Ontario, was you best be on board, and we need the answers. And if you want to if you want to talk the talk with Northerners, then you better walk the walk first. And I heard that answer from both leaders that they do that.
It's good to know that they're starting to realize that the future of Ontario is in Northern Ontario. I'm thinking you were specifically referring to the mineral developments, and it's a little bit late in coming. There is a framework agreement now, but electricity rates seems to be an issue in terms of potential investment in our region. Do you see many barriers, and how can we overcome those barriers in making sure that that development does take place, which will also help Southern Ontario?
Well, part of it is, and it's not just mining, it's mining and forestry. In fact, forestry probably quicker than mining. I mean, the resurgence of the forest industry is here. It's here now, and you're going to see new mills take off, and there's still problems. We work with this every day through NOMA and through FNOM and the Chambers of Commerce, is the fact that people and companies are still having a lot of red tape to get through and hurdles to get over. We can't continue like that. I mean, we're riddled with red tape and bureaucracy in the province of Ontario in comparison to our neighbors, and our two neighbors with cheap power in Quebec and Manitoba, and I'll correct Andrea on that. She said half the price. It's actually a third the price in Manitoba, and I mean it's tremendous differences, and we need to straighten the province out. I'm not sure what the answer is on the electricity side. I know that 4 agencies doesn't work. I'm not going to totally agree with Andrea that you should reduce this and come back into one. I know Manitoba is a good example, but there's a lot of waste, a lot of duplication within the electrical system in Ontario. I think when we talk about green power, we're going to start talking more about water power, because that is the greenest, cheapest power in this country, anywhere in the world as far as that goes. And I think we're going to concentrate more on common sense approaches to doing, to working with the energy piece, and making sure, as Nan, some of their questions around hooking up to them communities, there's a lot of water power up there. So, I mean, when you think about it and sit down in perspective, put it all in perspective, there's a lot of opportunity to get that cheap water power to run, some development, some opportunities in the areas. So I think if they continue to listen to us as they said they were today, that we can move forward positive and put Ontario back on the map as an economic engine. If they don't listen to us and don't recognize that Northern Ontario is the future of this province, won't happen.
Well, it's good to know, and I'm sure our viewers will appreciate to know that NOMA is standing up to the interest of the northern communities and northern municipalities. And I hope our leaders, whoever they may be, informing the next provincial election, will be listening. And I take comfort in knowing that you're going to be there fighting for us in the trenches, representing our interest in the Northern Ontario. So thanks again, Mayor Canfield.
Well, thank you.